Hello! A very sleepy first drop coaster daft, whatever I'm called these days. Oh, the wind always picks up right as soon as I start to speak. But I notice with this camera, sometimes it doesn't happen. Sometimes it comes out perfectly fine. Either way, I'm at Sea World right now, and the entrance is right behind me. And I was going up there. I didn't take any pictures of it, fortunately, because I probably would have been arrested. But there was a lot of people, not part of the distraction, because the fireworks for Halloween Horror Nights that I missed yesterday are going off behind me. I'm here at SeaWorld. Why? I'm here for their Howl-O-Scream event, which is not at the main entrance, because there's a semi-formal going on behind me. I don't know if you can hear that, but it's really going off over there. Anyway, this is the first year of this event, and it looks like significantly less busy than, say, Halloween Horror Nights from yesterday. At least I hope so. I've had a pretty exhausting day being at Hollywood Studios all day today in a separate vlog. I've done Rise of the Resistance finally, among other attractions at that particular park that I had not done. So definitely check out that vlog. But for today, or tonight, it's going to be Mako for the first time ever, and also Infinity Falls, which are the only two attractions that are open during this event. There are also 4 haunted houses, and I believe 3 scare zones to check out. So it's not the biggest event, but that's kind of alright, because I'm a wee bit tired and need a rest. Despite the fact that this event is open till 1 a.m. Who knows? I'll probably end up being here till 1 a.m. anyway, as it usually seems to be the case. So that would be your first tip if you're coming here, say, next year, because by the time I post this vlog, this event will have already concluded, and hopefully it does come back for next year. Although I shouldn't say hopefully, because I haven't actually reviewed it yet. Hopefully it's a little bit tamer than, say, Hollywood Horror Nights, Halloween Horror Nights from last night. But then again, hopefully it's a bit scarier. I will say that one person that I talked to at Hollywood Horror Nights last night said that this actually was a better event than that, which is a big claim, because Hollywood Horror Nights, Halloween Horror Nights, whatever you want to call it, has been probably the most revered event of its kind. But we have arrived at SeaWorld's Howl-O-Scream. Ooh, hello fire effects. Alright, well that was quite the entrance already. I got a couple things, hello. Already getting us with some good surprises. Not even in the gate, and already a good scare and an awesome fire effect. This is the first SeaWorld Parks, or Busch Parks, it's a SeaWorld Parks event that I've done that's Howl-O-Scream. I will be at Busch Gardens later during this trip, but this is my first Howl-O-Scream experience. So let's see what it's all about. I should say as well, just before we get started, that there are no bags allowed, so I'm a little bit light loaded, which is probably better for overall the effect that I've had today. But Howl-O-Scream, at the end of the day, is a better value than Hollywood Horror Nights. You always want to get the best value out of anything. But no bags are allowed in the facility, so you gotta prepare for that. It's Howl-O-Scream at SeaWorld for the first time ever. I have some big already impressions laid, and I think this is gonna be a pretty good time. I didn't get a speed pass yesterday. There's not that many houses, so at the end of the day, I don't know if I will be getting one, but I also wouldn't mind getting this done by midnight, so we'll see. Before I do, there's a new attraction here that we have to look at that wasn't here last time, which is Icebreaker. So no doubt there'll be a couple of pretty shots of it tonight. Unfortunately not running. But you can't have everything. I love this park. The first time I was here 6 to 7 years ago, well, it was 7 years ago, I was blown away by how good it actually was, given the reputation it had behind it. Inaugural Fear. So there are 4 haunted houses and there are 4 scare zones and 2 shows as part of this event. I don't know what to expect. So far it's pretty good. I haven't even gone inside. So I'm going to take a risk that I may regret, but I may not. I had some success with my plans with Universal yesterday, despite it being so busy. I'm at the Water's Edge Inn at the very front of the park. I have a theory that everybody's going to hit this house first. So we're going to go all the way to the back and then work our way back to the front, which theoretically should work in our favor, or so we hope. No more lines, no more lines. Rise of the Resistance killed me with a 2-hour wait earlier, and I'm tired. It's a tired first drop. So I got one of these. You can't even see it. Yeah, I got the lower tier pass. So we're gonna get a walkthrough of every house and get on our way through this experience, because it's a tired first drop that kind of wants to get this event done pretty quickly, but I'll always get it the best way I can for you guys. All right, well, I just did the Water's Edge Inn. You probably heard that experience if I kept the audio in there. We're going back in because that leads you back out to the main part. Very impressive. Oh, there's one. Bush creature. And then there's a chef as well. There's lots of cops here too, so the cops are coming out of the trees. Unfortunately, didn't get to film in there because there seems to be some confusion about whether or not we can film in these events, or at this event, or in the houses at least. But there are videos of that out there, I do know, so no big deal. You can see that on other great channels. Pretty small house, I'll say that much, to begin with, considering that I paid like $100 Canadian for the fast pass, but already way more horrifying and way more intense than anything at Hollywood Horror Nights. Some of the rooms had 3 scare actors in them, so yeah, they got me really good. And because I went at the end of a group, they caught me out on a couple of corners here and there. Theming wise, didn't really see much consistency other than the bloodstone. That one actor meant that he said it's his. Don't ask me what that means. I am shooting on my phone now, unfortunately, as due to the bag policy, we're a little bit light on memory and power. So hopefully we get through this event intact for you guys, but I have a feeling I'm going to be done the houses in a matter of minutes at this rate, because there's not many people that have the expensive fast pass. I'm going to take advantage of it as I can today. Hey, we're only here once, right? Potentially only once. We'll see, hopefully, if we can film in this house too. Beneath the Ice. got out of Beneath the Ice, which is actually located in the Wild Arctic building, the queue line for Wild Arctic. The attraction is kind of a bit of a construction site, whereas that was the impression that I got from it. With all the storage and containers and that, had blood smeared on them. One little bonus though is that they didn't actually stamp my pass for that particular pass through. So I'm gonna do it again on the way out, and I'll capture everything for you. High scare levels though, real good amount of intense actors that are really out to scare you real good, as opposed to Halloween Horror Nights, which seemed a little bit more like a dark cult to me, whereas this is like more of a kind of like an independent feeling, but still a very corporate and big park. But it's a little bit more, they don't seem to have anything to lose when it comes to this event. I also really like this hoodie. I'm not really into merch for this event or these types of events. That one looks pretty cool. And it's also 50% off, so I might leave with that tonight. All right, I'm off to another house, all the way in the back now maybe, because I'm still at the front of the park as I completely contradict myself. Welcome to Deadly Ambush. I just stumbled into this scare maze. Scare zone, that is.
Excuse me. I need some help.
Okay, I'm gonna go on Infinity Falls right behind me. I'm here. Probably better to get wet early in the day or in the night than later on, right? So look for my review coming up. Since I'm running this on my cell phone and the other camera because of the battery and cell or space issues, I apologize for the changing in the quality and the darkness of the video, but I'm doing my best. We're gonna do Infinity Falls and I'll give you my review after we get off. Hopefully I won't be too wet. I think my camera is waterproof, so maybe we'll get some shots. I'm actually going to assess it first, and then I will give you my experience maybe on the ride afterwards. Alright, we're out of here, so. Alright, well that is Infinity Falls done. I will say I am wet, as you will see, unfortunately. As The only portion of the ride that actually will get you wet really is when you go up the ramp, and they have like a trickling drop feature that really kind of douses you at that point. Crazy speed on this ride, and the waves like just one after the other. My favorite portion of it, as far as the rapids were concerned, was this one section where you did 4 consecutive just drops into waves that really shook the raft around. That being said, because there was only 2 of us on the raft, we didn't really get any waves. Woo! Hello. We didn't get any waves that like came over the raft itself. It was only on that water feature that I really got wet. Definitely love the sounds as well. That really adds to the ride overall. And actually it made for an amazing experience, and the lighting as well. Really don't know if I've ever done a raft ride at night before, but this one was definitely worth doing at night if you can. So if you can do this event, say next year, I'd say it's worth it, because yeah, it was really effective with that night effect. All right, let's go deeper into the park and get on Mako and maybe do another house. Just got to give you an impression of why this was a good idea as you will look at this. Ooh, that's a line. I'm glad that this is the universal size line, so my pass actually was a good idea. Oh dear. Practical effect. Ah, that's a live gator. To everyone. Second maze done. No, that's actually my third maze, sorry. I only have one left. Very much a Swamp Thing creation. What else would you say other than that? Pretty effective. little bit of a crossover with that lady in the gazebo there in the middle. Noticing that the mazes are pretty short as well at this event, so there is that factor to take in as far as value is concerned. But this was a $49 event compared to double that for any other scare event like Universal in the local area, so I can't really complain about that. But still, again, very effective scares. I wouldn't say that this one was the scariest though. I'd say this was pretty light, despite like the theming of it being the best overall. Really hammered down on that jungle atmosphere within the maze, and took advantage of it with those creatures that came out of the actual scenery, which was very effective as well. Sorry about the, I can't see my face. I'm pretty sure there's a shadow on it, but whatever. It's a haunt event, right? All right, I only have one more maze to do, and then we'll get back in and do Mako. I don't know, I'm kind of doing this organically and weaving my way to the back. I've done now 3 of the scare zones, I believe. Only 1 scare zone left, 1 haunted house left, and then we'll make our way back through the park. All right, let's continue our journey. Clarification is that section underneath the drop that actually drips all the water on you. It gets you good. Zones are kind of a little bit sporadic in scenery, but pretty spread out, so you never kind of know when you're out of one, and one of these guys will just come out of nowhere and get you. I'll be completely honest, I have been got more than a few times by these guys today. They have done well, and I'm sure it's not the last. Martin's Revenge done. Ooh, this light is bright, but at least you can see me. Very well themed house, probably the longest one actually. Only got to get you bits and bobs of the experience there. I missed a couple rooms as I was getting scared. But for those of you that actually will try this out, maybe next year, I don't want to spoil the entire experience for you. So that's a good portion of it to give you an idea with that shoddy camera work. That is only done really to give you the atmosphere of what those old 70s and 80s horror movies were all about. Another time, maybe on an invite, I'll bring my proper camera setup to get a full experience of what these houses are about. But for the early days of the channel, this is what it is. Really good actors in here. They really want to get you. Like the whole mood of this event, like I said, is a little bit more casual and a little less corporate than say Hollywood Horror Nights, Halloween Horror Nights. You can kind of tell that they're taking a bit more risks with the actors here than say at that event. And also no plexiglass, so you have masks on the actors here instead of those plexiglass screens that you had at Universal, which were a dead giveaway where the scares were coming. On this one, and throughout the entire event, you don't have that, so they really kind of get in your face. In fact, in one house earlier, just the one that I did before this, the actor was right in my face. So yeah, you're gonna get a proper scare event here versus Hollywood Horror Nights. So as I said at the intro, maybe the guy, well, I think the guy was actually right. This is way more intense than what that event is all about. Unfortunately, we're done. No, that's it. I've already done all the mazes. It is also hard for me to really think that I'm in Sea World right now because you don't really get an impression that you're in the park generally other than being around the main stadium. It really does kind of feel like a different place because of how they have this set up. So yeah, I'm gonna go back in. I'm actually gonna grab a bite. I'm gonna finally end the night here with my ride on Mako and give you a review of that attraction. This is the Witchcraft Bayou, which I've gone through before, but we're doing it again. Because I gotta make my way to Mako. Unfortunately, Infinity Falls has closed, so I won't be getting that POV, but you should come down here and experience it for what it is, because it was definitely worth the ride. I'm now glad that I actually did it earlier, because if I hadn't, I would have missed out on this attraction. So make sure if you are coming here to get here and get it on it early before they close it for the day. I'm gonna go to Mako because I hope it's still open. If it's not, I'm gonna have a problem.
He's gonna get you this way.
We're gonna exit the bayou. Ooh, sinister. Ooh, not friendly. We have to get past these characters first. You can see them. Oh dear. Witch Doctor. I'd say 5 minutes ago. And in that time, this entire queue has showed up. I just had a backseat ride. I would have liked 3 more, but I'm in the fast queue because I do have a free ride as part of my pass, and I'm taking it because, wow, all these people just showed up out of nowhere. Maybe it's because they finished the mazes and then ended up at the only attraction left worth doing. Just trying to get a front seat ride, I guess, and then I think I'll just call it a night. I need to refresh my batteries for tomorrow and another early day at Animal Kingdom. Because of the formal event next door. It'd be beautiful to get a night ride on that, but unfortunately I am underdressed for that. So the line has again disappeared for Mako, although I will admit they didn't even look for our fast passes, so I walked right onto the back again. So I'm going to get one more ride on it. What a fantastic ride. That first half is just pure speed and really one of the best B&M hypers when it comes to just like that drop, that first turn, and the first airtime hill after that are just top class. And then the turnaround, oh man, Behemoth has one as well, and I always forget, it's a teardrop turnaround, but it's also got, you know, it's a high-speed curve. Oh my god, am I tired, aren't I? Yeah, anyway, I was blown away. Unfortunately, when you get into the trims, it takes away from the speed and everything on that second half a bit. But that final section over the water, especially coming and returning to the station where you get right down to the actual level of the water, top class. You're like basically almost able to put your hand in it as you scoop by that portion of the lake. I remember when this ride was being built, or was announced the last time I was here, and I was so disappointed not being able to ride at that time. Well, here I am, and it has not disappointed. It's actually been a great ride that maybe one of my top B&M hypers ever. It's definitely going to be up there for sure. Nice to see what it'd be like in a day ride, but I'll get that probably next time when I'm here for Icebreaker anyway. So, Mako, top class ride, especially at night. What a delivery on expectation. The final scare zone, the Longshore, the Cove. Oh, not friendly. Not friendly types.
Wait. I'm sorry, you asking me something. The exit. You're a woman, so you're going. The exit.
Oh my God, they keep getting, I'm trying to get out of here and they keep getting me. Honestly, this is, of all the scare events that I've done this Halloween season, and I only have one left, this has probably been the most intense as far as scares. So, if anybody at Sea World that works this event is watching, good on you, because you got me many times on this one. Alright, we're in a bit more familiar territory now as we head around the lake, out, back, well, through the exit. But we haven't been through this area as this side of the park, some intense music. This side of the park is reserved, or at least that side, just a little bit over there, is reserved for the formal event that's going on. It's about midnight right now. And I made the right call on the fast pass, I'll say that, because I got my 3 rides on Mako. I got an Infinity Falls ride, but at the same time, if I had not got that pass, I'm not so sure I would have gotten everything in. Even with there only being 4 houses at this event, the lineups are very long. They were not lying at the front. The throughput actually is not as quick as it had been at Universal, let's say, the other night. So with that being taken into account, that was the right move because, yeah, I wouldn't have gotten everything in. The mazes were a little bit more conservative in size than I would have expected, but this park, it's the first year that they've done it, so you can't really expect too much from it. I will expect a lot from the Howl-O-Scream at Busch Gardens, however. There probably are some similarities between the two events. One of the advantages of coming to this event is seeing SeaWorld at night, which I've never... Looking forward to my next visit to get on Icebreaker, which I would imagine will be one of the rides they will offer as part of this event next year, after it opens in March. It also looks fantastic from this perspective. The smoke over the water. You can just imagine what it's going to be like in the dark when it's up and running for this event next year. For the first time in a long while, I'm leaving an event before it's done. There's another hour to go. But like I said, I'm completely knackered. And I really do need to get some rest before my adventure tomorrow. At least I hope I get some rest after the amount that I got the chills at this particular event. It's not over because I still have another scare zone to get through before we're done. Did not cover the sirens, did not cover any of the live shows, which are supposed to be great. I'm not drinking, so maybe I'll cover the taverns and all that kind of stuff on another occasion. One of the staff members offered me beer while I was waiting for my pretzel, just for free as a sample. It is bush related. It would have been nice to do that, but it was a very nice gesture for them to do that as well. I'm gonna wrap this up while I'm in the park. I'm just about to leave. I got that one scare zone. I think all the actors in the scare zones have been dismissed for the final hour, which is understandable because everybody's on the other side of the park anyway. That is a farewell. That was just somebody putting away the garbage. Actually, that guy on the other side of the lake, they still got me, and it was the only actor in that scare zone. It was almost like they were waiting for me just for one final hit. Well, it worked. Also starting to rain now, so I better wrap this up. I hope you enjoyed watching, guys. It is a pretty good event. I wouldn't say it's the best event that they have in Orlando. As far as intensity and scares though, it definitely is. But yeah, if you can, definitely get out here because it's definitely worth your while. I'm gonna end going through this final scare zone because they are still here. Well, that is a wrap from Howl-O-Scream for 2021. I definitely feel like I'd like to see the evolution of this event, and I will be back here at some point in the future. We're gonna end going through this final scare zone that I've gone through 4 times, or at least it'll be the 4th time now. And then I will see you all tomorrow from Animal Kingdom.